Hey guys, yo Magneto's in the house. How you guys doing? In this video I'll be showing you guys some sheer explosive power you have never seen before. It's another Division 2 build video, yes, but this one's a little bit unique. Works quite well in PvE solo or in a group. Well, basically what I have done is I've stacked up explosive damage as much as I could for the M320 grenade launcher. Thus, it deals about 3 million explosive damage per shell. And the artillery turret, don't even talk about it. It can destroy heroic and legendary NPCs with a whopping 6.3 million damage per shell. With all active buffs, of course, which I will be talking about soon. And the base damage of the artillery turret is about 3.5 million. I'm really excited to talk to you guys about this build. If you like blowing things up, this might just be the build you're waiting for. Feel free to hit that like and subscribe button. I'm gonna be more active here on YouTube henceforth. I will be posting gameplays and builds of different games that I've been playing recently, and the plan is to grow my channel and the community. Your support is very much appreciated. Here are some footage of NPCs literally taking off. Get high and enjoy, guys.
Target spotted, Sheriff. Target neutralized. Good work.
Friendly down!
Can't take much more.
Heavily armored hostile.
Feel the testing ground.
As good as done! It's just the best!
I'll target. You take him out.
Quick, reload!
Get out of there.
Okay, so I'll quickly go through my build and tell you exactly what I'm running. So first things first, I'm using the demolition specialization, which gives me the M320 grenade launcher. It also gives me the artillery turret, as well as it has a passive bonus of 10% explosive damage, which is absolutely required. Then coming to the weapons, the first weapon I'm using Surge, the named variant of the LVOC rifle. I use this mainly because of the Talon Perfect Spike. Headshots grant 25% skill damage for 8 seconds. So as long as you hit the head of the enemy, you keep getting this plus 25% skill damage, which is pretty good. Then the second weapon, I'm using the Sweet Dreams exotic shotgun. Mainly I use this for close range combat, and for this talent, Sandman, melee attacks instantly kill non-elite enemies. So a red or a purple enemy comes running towards you, it's an instant melee kill. This is what I love about this gun. Then as of secondary weapon, I'm using a regular pistol with Spike as its talent. This is not the perfect Spike, this is just normal Spike, which gives you plus 20% skill damage. Now coming to the pieces which I use, the armor pieces, I'm using a 2-piece Grupo Sombra SA. The reason I use a 2-piece is because of this 15% explosive damage. This is very helpful. So for my mask, I have 7.3 skill damage already pre-rolled. So what I did was I recalibrated my core attribute to +1 skill tier. Generally you get an offensive core attribute, so you don't need that, you need the skill tier. So I recalibrated this in order to get the +1 skill tier. Then for mods, I'm using skill haste. Then the second piece, again same thing, attributes, you make sure you get a pre-rolled skill damage. If you get a higher one, the better it is. Then you recalibrate your core attribute to +1 skill tier. Now going to the next one, I'll explain the backpack. Backpack, I'm using the named variant, it's called Force Multiplier. Perfect Combined Arms is the talent. Shooting any enemy increases total skill damage by 30% for 3 seconds. So you need to consistently hit the enemy no matter what to get this buff active. So it stays for 3 seconds, so you can hit, get into cover, hit, get into cover. And if you hit him on his head, then this also gets activated. Perfect Spike. So a total of 30 plus 25% increase in skill damage as you hit the enemy in his head. That's the reason I love this piece. Then as of attributes, make sure you have skill damage on it, and probably skill haste or status effect would be good as a second attribute. Mods, don't worry about it. Then as of vest, again skill damage as one of its attributes, very important. Make sure you have skill damage on all 6 of your armor pieces. And again, mod, it says over here you need an offensive mod, but you can put any because it doesn't matter. Then as of the talents on the vest, I'm using the kinetic momentum. When in combat, each skill generates a stack while active or not on cooldown. Stacks increase your total skill damage by 1% and total skill repair by 2%, up to 15 stacks per kill. So how this works is, as soon as you deploy your artillery turret, after 15 seconds you will be dealing additional 15% skill damage because of the stacks, and you lose the stack when it's on cooldown. Yeah, it's simple. Then the next one, I'm using a Wyvern Hollister, which by default gives you 10% skill damage. Oh yeah, I forgot one more thing. I'm using a 2-piece Hanayu Corporation, that is my backpack and vest, which gives me additional 10% skill damage and 10% skill haste. These two, they're beautiful. Then as I was saying, by default this gives you 10% skill damage, and the attributes you have to have skill damage, and the second one, it can be skill haste or status effects, up to your choice. Knee pads, I'm using a China Light Industry Cooperation. By default gives you 15% explosive damage. Again, attributes, make sure you have skill damage maxed out. and the second one can have skill haste or status effects. Again, your choice. Now coming to the skills, the first thing obviously the artillery turret. My artillery turret deals about 3.5 million damage as base damage, which increases to approximately 6.3 million damage with all active buffs. That is number 1, perfect spike, which gives you 25% skill damage, perfect combined arms, which gives you 30% skill damage, and with kinetic momentum after 15 seconds gives you 15% skill damage. So with all that buffs, the artillery turret destroys with 6.3 explosive damage. Then your second skill, you can either have shield, you can have chem launcher, healing chem launcher for that survivability you need. And if you have an excellent team, then you can probably go for the split seeker, the cluster seeker mines, for again amazing explosive damage. Yeah, and that's all for my build. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you for watching.
I think I killed him.
Peace out.
Moving in